All right, guys, we're still working on the water tower in a way. Right now we're working on a spring pump. It's the extra elevation of the tower and the hill that it's sitting on has added too much head for the pump that we got, which is a regular shallow well pump. So we've already cut it and disconnected it out. The pressure tank's still sitting there. We're gonna build a little temporary rack until we get our facility built back here to mount the equipment on right there. And then I think we got all the parts and pieces. We're gonna have to put in 3 with provisions for 1 or 2 more pumps to add in the future if we need to. It's a totally different system. I'll explain it when we're done where I can actually show you. So let's get busy. I was told many years ago by several different people, if you ain't messing up, you're not doing anything. Well, I must be doing something, because I just trying to force that pipe up on that fitting, and I snapped the whole fitting off at the pump right there, and there's no way to fix that. You'd have to have this housing. So this pump will be for spare parts for the motor and the diaphragm and stuff inside it. And I'll have to order another one to even get us going with the 3 pumps. I guess for now I'm gonna have to back up and put a plug in either here or up there where that fitting goes in, just so I can use the 2 pumps in the meantime to get some water back going. So that's where I'm at. Just another day in the heat and the humidity. Everything goes not as planned. So guys, we might be back in business. I found a tap and a close nipple that would work, and I tapped it and threaded it inside the plastic there. There was enough meat to do that. Put some pipe dope in there, put that close nipple in, and put this adapter on it. It's like a 3/8 to 1/2 inch reducing bushing or whatever. Got it threaded on there. And basically I replaced what I broke off in plastic. We're gonna see if we can get it to work now. Hopefully it won't leak or spray everywhere. Well guys, we got the pump back on there. Everything worked out this time. Maybe it doesn't interfere with anything where I tapped it and threaded and run that close nip on there. We'll find out. Maybe I didn't crack any of the other plastics on them, on the other 2. There may be other issues I don't know about yet. What I'm doing, I'm leaving provision here for a 4th pump, because I'd like a 4th pump later when it's in the budget, and we're gonna get another one of these blocks, and a shorter block, and extend it out and come up to it. So I went ahead and got a fit in there, and there's room for a 4th pump right here. And once we get our little building built back here, we're liable to have about 6 of these pumps. But for now, I think this will work. I just got to get the check valve reused and tied in, and get this block plugged off what we ain't using, get the pressure switch on there somewhere in the line, and then we'll be rolling. Okay guys, let me share the failure with you. Never mind the drip there, that just needs tightening up on the plug, but doesn't matter at this point. All right, so this is what we got. We're pumping up 110 feet in elevation to a storage tank, right? We needed a pump that could pump around 70 psi to overcome. It takes about 45 to overcome the pressure of the tank pushing down here. But at 70 psi, that would overcome it enough to fill it quicker, correct? That's what we know from previous pumps we've had, is you up the pressure and it helps. So instead of buying one commercial booster pump that would do it, we decided to try 3 of these, and if it worked, we were going to put a 4th one on this side, and then eventually 4 more, have a bank of these when the camp's up and running. And here's the reasoning behind it. We put them in parallel like this because when just my family here building this camp, we was hoping maybe one pump would pump, and when the tank started overflowing, that would probably keep it where we didn't waste a lot of water with overflow. Then we had a little more usage, a couple more people here with an RV or something, turn on the second pump to keep the tank filling. You got to remember at night when you're not using this, it's going to keep filling. We got a controller that we can plug them into that helps control them. And then when you had a group of people, you could turn all 4 with the future pump I was going to put on there, right? So you could turn them all on. But right now, with all 3 of these running, they won't pump no more than about 45 to 50 psi. 45 to 50 is the max. And that's with a valve turned off at the elevation about 60 to 80 feet up there. We got a valve and we got it off, and you should back pressure against and turn off. Right now, instead of having it on our controls, we're letting their 75 psi pressure switches in there, which are probably around 70 to be honest with you. I can't remember, but the pumps are max at 75. Anyway, it should be pumping up and cutting off no matter what those pressure switches are set at. If they were 45, it should be pumping up. If they were 50, it should be pumping up, cutting off. Well, these pumps will not pump up and cut off, and there's no valve, no water open going anywhere, and it ain't working. And I'm baffled why, other than the manufacturer is building junk and they ain't no good for nothing. That's all where I'm at right now. And if anybody got any ideas, please let me know in the comments. And if you think it may be the suction, it shouldn't be, because we're sucking out of a storage tank about 6 feet below the ground at the max. It's probably not even that. It's probably like 4.5 or something like that. And these pumps, I forgot what they're supposed to lift, but it's more than 6 foot on the suction side. It's still not working. We've had a regular RV pump back there pumping out of these before into a storage container on our buggy before, so a sprayer tank and different things. So we know what. Okay, guys, you might can hear a pump running in the background. I got it figured out. I just don't have it worked out. First thing we did, we replaced the check valve that was here with this valve, and I just did the valve so it would fill the space, plus I could close it, pour water in there to prime it, and then open it real quick when it catches prime, trying to get it to pump, and no go. And I was like, there's got to be, because I thought maybe the spring in the check valve was too much, even though I know I've had a DC pump pull through that valve, a single pump. So then I took one of the pumps off, because I said it ain't working like it is, so I might as well tear it apart. And I come over here to this old system that we left in place because we have a gas powered pump that we can bring back here during an outage, and we can put in here where these unions tie in, and we can pump up. Even though we've never used it, it was just a redundancy we left. And I put one of the pumps in line here with a union I had, and we're pumping. We don't know exactly how much pressure we're building because the brand new gauge they sent with it's bad. But it is pumping up and cutting off, so I assume we're around 70, 75 PSI right there. So we're pumping right now with one pump. That's gonna put some water in our tank while we sleep tonight. Guys, it's been a blessed day because there was no injuries. God was good to me in that aspect. I have a loving wife and 2 loving kids to go back to, and we're gonna have a good meal, so and a good shower and sit in the air conditioning. So all is good, all in all. We'll figure this out another day and persevere pushing forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't enjoy making it so much, but God gets the glory for all the good in my life. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Hope he's yours. Feel free to reach out to the email in the description below with any questions or any ideas you may have of what's going on here. If you have any questions about my faith or anything we're doing here at Alightedpath Ranch, God bless.